Guys, welcome to today's episode of Making House Calls.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
I have
Thanks for the invite.
very familiar faces that's going to be our guests today. They are Tough Mudder 2023 finishers. Okay, let me introduce first off, Lyle Agagon, Bernardo
Hello.
Duran, Dean Patrocinio. Now we have Rodney and Bryce Patrocinio. They weren't able to make it tonight, but we have three of three guys, gentlemen that's part of the team. So quickly, just a quick introduction of yourselves, guys. Lyle.
My name is Lyle Agagon. I am the first cousin of Don. I call him Noidon Laron, and also Dean's cousin. Bernie, I've known since fourth grade. And yeah, that's me.
All right.
Bernardo.
Yes, my name is Bernardo. These are my best buddies. I've known for many, many, many years, for most of my life. And I'm a nurse, and I'm happy to be here.
Dean.
Hi, Dean Patrocinio, cousin to Lyle and Don, brother and best buddy to Bernie for 40-something years now. So
Is that spanning what? High school?
Grammar school.
grade school.
Grammar school. Whoa.
Grade school, yeah.
Jeez.
7th grade for me and Bernie. Lyle, I've known all my life.
Fourth grade.
I've known Dean since 1969, November 5th.
Well, I've known Bernardo since I came to the States because of you guys.
Yes.
Dean, adjust your audio or
Oh, is
get
it too
closer to
loud?
the.
Is
Yeah.
it too loud or too
You're-
weak?
Yeah,
Is
okay.
that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So again, you guys are finishers 20 out of the 2023 Tough Mudder. What do you call it? An activity, an event?
It's an event.
It's an event. Yes.
yeah.
So
So, well, just to give you a brief history of Tough
Okay.
Mudder. Tough Mudder actually
Okay.
started in 2010 by two British Harvard Business School postgraduates. They created the event as a not just a race, but it's more of a something that tests your mental toughness as well as physical toughness, and that's what Tough Mudder is. It's a few obstacles. A lot of it is digging into the mud. That's why it's called Mudder, Tough Mudder. And so it's a lot of physical activity, a lot of mental toughness. What is it? Mental fortitude, I guess, is what you call it. So yeah, that's what Tough Mudder is.
so why did you guys choose this event? What was who first bring out the idea that, hey guys, this is a good idea. Let's do this.
I think our fearless leader, Lyle.
Mhm.
So he did this about 10 years ago. We all did this about 10 years ago
Mhm.
when we were all trying to get more fit, especially Lyle. He was on a journey. So we joined him and we created a team in 2013 that included actually more people, including some good friends of ours who are females. And I guess Lyle got an inspiration to do it again 10 years later. So a few of us agreed.
Well, it's because I realized it was 10 years ago that we did this, and I thought it was appropriate, right? Our 10-year anniversary.
10-year anniversary.
But actually, just to go back on how we started this,
Hmm.
before Tough Mudder, we did the Spartan race. Remember?
Yep.
The Spartan race was in Malibu, but that was a 5K. I think it was. Wasn't it a 5K race?
No,
Yes.
it was a much shorter one.
Yes, and it's very similar to this event. It's very
Right.
similar
I think-
to
It's
this
I think-
obstacles.
I think we did that to kind of like prepare us for Tough Mudder. I think that was the whole
Okay.
gist of
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which one is more challenging?
Tough Mudder.
Tough Mudder
There-
for sure. For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same, but Spartan race was shorter, right?
Yeah.
So if it were longer, it'd probably be the
Mhm.
same. I don't know.
Plus, from what I
It
can
was just- it
remember
was a
from Spartan Race, the obstacles weren't as difficult. Although through the years they've developed Spartan Race to compete with Tough Mudder, so they have longer races now. They have more obstacles and things
Yeah.
like that.
So okay, so what did you do individually, and did you do something as a team to get ready for the event?
Dean.
Well, individually, I think we just worked out, right? Individually, but when we before we started the event, we made a pact of staying
Mhm.
together and completing together as a team. But as far as preparation, we just prepared individually um, before the event.
Yes, we all I think trained on our own.
Mhm.
I did some running, some light lifting, just to prepare because
Mhm.
we didn't know what was ahead of us, and yeah, but we didn't do anything as a team beforehand.
How about you, Dean?
Me? No, I was completely unprepared for this one compared to the last one 10 years ago. Well, I knew it. I knew it coming in. I actually swore that 2013 was going to be the last Tough Mudder for me to do.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, I'm doing 2023. So um, I was much more prepared from the first one than this one. But ultimately, I knew on this one that I mean, learning from the first one, right? That you can't do this challenge by yourself. You need
Mhm.
you need a team. That's ultimately you may not be able to do all of the obstacles. You might even
Mhm.
skip some of the obstacles, but when you do them, you need somebody there on your team or just even from the crowd. A lot of the people in the crowd, they may not be on your team, but everybody helps each other out.
Oh,
to get
can you explain that a little bit more? Like, what do you mean by you have to work? You have to be a team. Better to be in a part of a team.
Go ahead, Lai. Or you want me to explain it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
because
so the before the event, there's a what would you call that guy? He's a rah rah guy. He what do you call that when they prepare the crowd?
Yeah.
He's the rah rah
He's
guy.
Yeah,
He's the
but
hype man. The hype man.
hype guy, the hype man,
Hype guy.
hype man. That's what you call it. But so he encourages everyone to work as a team collectively.
Mhm.
So if you see someone struggling, help them, especially with obstacles. If you need to help them up a hill, down a hill, if you need them to, um, if you see someone fall, you need to, or you should help them along the way. If someone's struggling, help. And so, in other words, it's a collective. Um, what do you call that?
Effort.
Effort.
Effort from everyone, and it doesn't have to be people that you know. Everyone knows in that event that you try to help each other and everyone through the finish line.
Hmm.
Yeah. And to get more specific, it's something like, for example, we would boost Lyle up to a
Mhm.
certain podium,
Hmm.
and he would just help lift
next guy
people
down
up to the
or
next
up.
step,
Hmm.
and then so forth. So it's like a ladder where you just help each other climb or conquer, whether it's a wall or a hill, like Lyle was saying. And it's a really cool event. it's a big team building event.
Mm-hmm. Now, is there a time? Are you under time pressure?
No.
No,
Not at all.
no.
Yeah, and they actually emphasized that in the beginning. The hype guy said it's not a race.
Mm-hmm.
You have time, be safe,
Mm-hmm.
and just help each other out. And
Okay.
that's what you go. And with our group, we were a little slower than most,
Mm-hmm.
but we still got across the finish line, because we wanted to finish together. So everyone's pace is different. There were some people who were running the whole thing, literally running the whole thing, and then doing the obstacle and continuing to run. Whereas we ran, walk, and did our own thing.
So, as far as your journey was concerned, how long did it take you to get from point A to point B, or is it that does it work? Point A to point B?
Mhm. So it's
Yes.
Yeah.
what, 9 miles? About 9.2, 9.3 miles total. About how many obstacles, Lyle?
30.
30 something obstacles.
30.
We started at about 8:45, 9 o'clock.
It was about 8:40 when we took off.
About
I
12.
can't remember when we finished. I think 2 or 3.
But you can't really. There's parts of the race where you have to wait for people anyway because there's obstacles. So, for instance, if it's an obstacle where you have to climb hills or climb up whatever platforms they made, you have to wait for people to get over before you can get on. So there's a lot of waiting period for some of the obstacles. So I don't think anyone really did it for time. It's just to finish the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
What was your maybe individually? What was your challenge? What was the biggest challenge as far as the uh, the uh, yeah, the event was concerned? Was there a particular obstacle that you find challenging compared to the other?
There were a
Well,
few that you guys, and we all hated,
yes, there's a
mainly
few.
the electrical.
Yeah. So I started off with a little injury with with my foot. So I was concerned about that, but I did pretty good with that.
Mhm.
So I overcame that and was able to do the distance. The obstacles that I didn't have trouble with, but I really didn't like
Mhm.
were there's a obstacle where they literally use electrodes to shock people.
Oh,
And
It's
that,
10,000 volts.
are you
yeah,
aware of that? Are you aware beforehand that that's
Oh,
going?
yes.
yeah, we experienced that before. So
Yeah,
we
we
kind of
experienced
expected
it in 2013, and I decided I wasn't going to do it this time around.
Mhm.
But I went with the group for the first part. And I think the second obstacle was electrical. So I did it, and it was horrible. Horrible. And there was another one. Yeah, that to me is not something
Fun.
that's worth doing. I don't see any toughness there.
Mhm.
It's just torture. So that one I did not like. Everything else, was very challenging, and I liked the challenge. What about you, Gene?
Oh, me? Mine was more of like anything. So coming in, I knew. So I'm in much worse shape than I was 10 years ago. So coming in, I knew that I'm not going to do anything that is going for me to lift my weight,
Mhm.
especially those monkey bars, because I knew I'm going to slip off. I knew I'm not going to be able to carry my weight, maybe if I can go 1 or 2 rungs. And the thought of falling and, you know, twisting my ankle or jacking up my knee, and it happened anyways. It happened while I was walking, and I thought
Mhm.
I broke. I thought I broke. There's a lot of holes on the trail.
Mhm.
There's a lot of gopher holes, and I didn't see it, and I just
Mhm.
I twisted my ankle, and then the whole time
Mm-hmm.
that was it. Oh, one other challenge on this one. I lost both my soles for my shoe. So here's a tip for tough mudders who wants to
Uh-huh.
try it. Get good shoes. Shoes that you're going to throw away at the end, but make sure those soles stay with you because the whole time I was walking soleless.
Really?
After about the
He
third mile.
lost his.
Yes.
So, so yeah, I skipped those. Anything that involved me lifting, I skipped a lot because
Mhm.
I hurt myself early. Like I said, the first 3 miles. So it wasn't like a major injury or anything. It's just very very uncomfortable. A sprained, I guess, sprained ankle.
Yes.
So,
I have some pictures that
how you do?
I'm going to show some pictures, and maybe you can tell me what's going on with this picture.
Okay.
I think this could be before or after your event, but we'll see.
After.
That is after. That is a celebration of accomplishment.
Yeah, looks like.
Yes. So we're happy, and we're touring
A
a
wine tasting.
winery
Uh-huh.
in Napa Valley.
That was
So the
before we came home. Yeah.
so the event. No, the event. Does this happen every year?
Yes, it happens in different cities
Uh-huh.
every year, and I think it's worldwide.
Worldwide, yeah.
I think it's
They-
worldwide, and I think it's every month it moves to a different city.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
It's like a tour.
Uh-huh.
So I think
Okay.
they've. I know that they've been to other continents, Asia and.
That is
Europe.
a dinner celebration post race.
Uh-huh.
steak
Yeah.
dinner.
So after our hard race, we
Mm-hmm.
went home and cooked dinner, which was very, very good. It was a nice
Yeah,
steak,
I mean-
steak
It was
dinner
like good
with
steak.
nice wine. Yes.
Yeah,
And that
I
was
think
a
it was-
very good time.
It's
it
cheap.
was better than going somewhere else because
Yeah.
it was relaxing.
What's the name of that? What's the name of that expensive steakhouse? Bernie?
That's
Charlie Palmer.
Oh, Charles Palmer.
Yeah,
Charles Parma.
Yeah.
yeah.
We didn't go there.
$80 steaks. We got those for how much, Lyle?
I think it was
Yeah,
$7 steak, but good quality steak,
Yes.
grass fed.
Grass.
What other pictures? Yeah, there we are cooking and cleaning after our dinner.
And don't forget the boxed mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah. All good. Good
Oh.
times.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's
That was
after.
right after the race.
Right after the race, we're still muddy.
Uh-huh.
We're cleaner than usual, especially Lyle, because he dove into a Arctic plunge, or they all
Yeah.
did actually. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
That was
which
a
is
34-degree
Icy water.
ice bath. Yeah,
Ice
yes,
bath. Wow.
yes. But
actually, that was probably my favorite obstacle because I think after getting out of the ice bath, it actually energized me right after.
yes.
And that was, what was that, like the second or third to the last event? So we're almost done at that point.
Correct. And it was much warmer by that time.
Yeah, it's much warmer by then.
Plus, they didn't
So-
have all that bacteria in that water.
Yeah, there's something in the news about bacteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our immune system is a tough mudder too. 'Cause I don't think we got sick. At least so far, so good.
Mhm.
Right.
So after the event, there's actually you can clean up, or you have You can there's a like shower. You can clean up. You can clean up yourself before leaving the venue. Is
Yeah,
there?
Yes, right.
that hoses after.
Hmm.
It's yeah, where you just hose down, and there's changing tents where you go in and um, change into dry clothes. Still dirty, but
Hmm.
it's at least you can change it to cleaner, drier clothes. So yeah,
And they have food available for purchase, and the little events after
yeah.
to celebrate or finish.
What is the cost to join? Is it individually or as a team? Do you pay as a team or per individual per person?
Individually, I think it was $150 dollars regular price. And
Hmm.
Bernie found some Groupon tickets, so we got it for $100 actually, right? I think it was
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Or was it $100 or?
yeah.
Yeah, it was $100. It was $99 or something like that
Okay.
to torture
So
ourselves.
I just want to mention how what led through the what led to the Tough Mudder 2023. Earlier this year, actually, I was in Europe with traveling with a family, and I get a text message from Dean saying that Dean, Bernie, and a couple of other friends, Rodney, wanted to do the Grand Canyon hike. So that was what was that? What was the trail from South Kaibab to
South
To
Kaibab.
Angel Bright Trail.
whatever it was? It was like I think it was a 20-mile hike all the way down to
Hmm.
the Colorado River, and then all the way back up to the whatever
The top
the
of Angel Bright.
top of, yeah. And that was a great accomplishment in itself. But then we started thinking, well, what else? What other events can we do?
Hmm.
And like I said, when I came across Tough Mudder and realized that the last time we did this was 10 years ago, I thought, wow, it's great. Let's do one 10 years later. And so that's what led to this. And I think the next one we were talking about this. The next one I already signed up. I don't know about you guys. The next one's going to be the bike ride in Santa Barbara,
Hmm.
which is going to be was that 34-mile bike ride.
Mhm.
So I think we're going to try anyway to do events, throughout the year, maybe next year, and so on, just to see if we can,
Hmm.
keep this up. Hopefully, and hopefully Dean doesn't lose any more shoes.
Maybe the maybe because it's a bike ride, it might not affect too much.
Well, Grand Canyon. Remember when we did the Grand Canyon? One of Dean's poles broke, and in this one, his shoes fell apart. So I don't know what's going to
No,
happen.
I
Hope
didn't.
his
I
bike
didn't
doesn't
even have.
fall apart.
I didn't have any poles. I borrowed yours. I didn't have a pole at all.
No, one of your poles broke.
Okay, I forgot.
Yeah. So anyway,
So you would consider, so aside from being a physical challenge, it's also a mental challenge, right?
Yes.
yes.
Given.
Definitely.
So, mental, confidence,
Mhm.
physical. So
Because some of the obstacles you're actually going in blindly.
Uh-huh.
You go into a dark tunnel and not know what to expect, and it could be anything from barbed wire to gas
Mhm.
to more mud. What's that?
Electrodes
Yeah, electrodes. So it's very mental.
or water, right? Water with the
or bacteria.
water that you kind of have to go in, and it feels like it kind of plays on your fear, like if you're claustrophobic,
Mhm.
Oh yes.
you may not like going into an obstacle, that's dark or enclosed space or even underwater.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then of course confidence when you're climbing up those that one obstacle. It's just like in the military, they have like you climb up,
The
you can
nets.
you can reach it,
The net.
uh,
Mhm.
but it just tests your fear of heights or falling down or whatever. So
So in terms of making a recommendation for maybe a first timer, someone who's thinking of doing this, especially people above 50, is do you have any recommendation? Do you have anything to can you tell them, hey, before you do this, do this, do this, do this first?
I think upper
Well,
body
there,
strength, just building your strength is important
Hmm.
because there is a lot of lifting, pushing, pulling, climbing,
climbing.
and you need a lot of upper body strength. I think that's one of the key things. And of course, grab your buddies who you have confidence in, who will help you get through this whole obstacle of challenges.
And two, if for anyone above 50, obviously consult your doctor first.
And your family.
Make sure you're fit cardiovascularly, if that's a
Mhm.
word.
Yes,
Yeah,
in shape.
yeah,
If you're cleared cardiovascularly.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
hydrate,
yeah.
and you
Which
gotta,
I don't think any of us did. But,
yeah, but I always have like the first time I did it, I towards the end I cramped up. This one I cramped up several times, and if you have to hydrate, you gotta do it like maybe a day or two prior, because hydrating during you're not, you know, you're just gonna be trying to catch up and you won't catch up. So hydration is key. Go see your doctor. See if you can heart if your heart can't take it, and then of course having a good team to get you through it. So, so those are my parting advice to anybody who want to try this. Have a good team. That's it.
So
and if
what's
you're thinking about doing it, just do it. It's
Yeah.
it's you'll be fine. It's not
So
it's not hard. It's
on the next one, Don's gonna join us.
what's-
I know he wants to.
but you're going to do it 10 years from now. You're doing it every 10 years.
We should
yeah.
put it on our
I'll
calendar.
tell you the difference is this year versus 10 years ago is the recovery period is a lot longer now than it was 10 years ago. I'm still feeling a little soreness around the shoulders and knees area. Uh, but yeah,
That is a very, very, very good point. I noticed that as well.
Mhm.
We are, I think, 8, 9, I think 10 days out from doing the
Mhm.
Tough Mudder. And like Lyle said, I'm still feeling a little bit of aches and pains here and there.
yeah.
So that definitely makes a difference. Recovery will be very different as you get older, for sure. But I would do it again, probably.
Yeah.
Not not
Why
not
not?
not after 10 years.
Why not?
We'll see.
Yeah,
Let's see.
because at this event, we saw people. I saw a kid that was probably about 11 years old,
Hmm.
and I saw someone who was probably in their 60s, maybe late 60s.
Hmm.
So all kinds of everyone could do it.
I don't know if you noticed in front of us before we started in that starting area there. There were three guys. You could tell they were friends. Three older guys, and I'm sure they were older than us. So who knows? That might have been their 10-year anniversary from they were in their 50s.
Yeah, true.
So individually, what would you consider aside from joining Tough Mudder, aside from being a finisher? What else would you consider as a success as being part of the event? What would you consider as a
Just finishing,
just
right?
finish?
I mean,
Showing
and the
up,
fact that
finishing.
we did it 10 years later, and we're still able to run with a lot of the younger folks, finish the event. Hey, we weren't the last ones.
Yeah.
We weren't the first ones, but we weren't the last ones. So
Yeah.
yeah, we were. That's
That's
good with
good.
that.
No major injuries.
Yeah.
No major injuries.
Mhm.
No one got really hurt, so that
Mhm.
was good. And just being able to finish on a timely manner without anyone having to rescue us.
All right.
And
I
I
think.
think one
Go ahead,
last
go ahead.
thing. I think also for me at least, it was another bonding experience,
Mhm.
which is huge for me.
Mhm.
So I think that was a great accomplishment. That was a good successful weekend.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. I think this is doing these events is more have become more of an excuse to bond more, right?
Yeah.
Than doing the events themselves.
Well, yeah, because we rarely see each other. I mean, even you guys, right? It's not like you guys see each other all the time, and
Yes.
you're in the same
Yeah.
same general area. So it's an excuse. Like Santa Barbara, I'm looking forward to that because we get to hang out again. So,
Yeah. And even though we extend this invitation to all of our friends, it seems like the guys just come out.
Yeah.
I don't know why the girls are coming out, but yeah.
Mhm.
But that's fine too. You know, I'm sure. You know, we're gonna set up a couple of events where they'll join. But so far, it's just been us. So
Which is fun.
but it's been
Yeah,
fun.
it's good.
Yeah.
So maybe you should when the next thing comes up, maybe give an early notice to everyone. So
Oh, we do.
okay,
Maybe it's just we'll just do a Taylor Swift concert event, and then maybe the girls will
yeah,
show.
you can do that after the Tough Mudder event. That's the price.
Yes.
I don't know if Mel will appreciate that, but
All right, guys, I think we've pretty much covered everything. Not unless you have anything more to add. I think we've covered the challenges. You've covered things that we need for for someone to participate in this event. What type of preparation they need to do, and of course, you said that aside from being a child, a success as an individual, it was also a time to bond among yourselves, especially even though we're in the same state, but and yet we hardly see each other. So that was a good excuse, as Dean said, good excuse to bond.
yeah.
yes.
For sure.
So in behalf of making house calls, I'm really happy to have you guys. Although we're missing Rodney and Bryce, but you pretty much made up for their absence. So
So I just want to mention one last
uh,
thing before we leave. So Don reached out to me because the I do a weekly newsletter called FIT, PHIT, which is an acronym for Performance and Health Improvement Trends. And in that newsletter, I put it out every Thursday. In that newsletter, one of the articles I wrote was about the Tough Mudder. And so he reached out to me to see if we could be guests, which thank you, by the way, for allowing us to be part of your podcast.
mhm.
But I just want to invite people if you want to subscribe. It's a free newsletter. I just do it for fun, and I just talk about the trends, performance, and health, and
Nutrition.
what is it? Health wise, nutrition. That's what I was looking for. Nutrition. So it's about 5 to 10 minute read.
Mhm.
I don't know if you can see the private chat, but I posted the link on there.
Right.
It's phit.beehive.com.
Give me a second. I'll post it.
Yeah, feel free to join, subscribe, and
Hang on.
hope you
hang
will
on.
enjoy the
I think I
content.
might be. There we go.
I didn't see it. Okay.
Cool.
Ah. There you go.
All right.
Very
So,
cool.
Thank you for having us.
Lyle, Dean, Bernardo, thank you so much.
Thanks again. Thank you.
And any event, any activity that requires some press coverage.
Yeah, after Santa Barbara, invite us again. We'll talk about
All right.
that.
Yeah.
That's what's that? November 21st,
October.
I think it is, or October.
October.
October 21st. Okay, yeah, October 21st. So after that, we'll talk
All
again.
right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good evening.
Yeah, you
All
too.
right, guys.
Bye.
Love you guys. Take care.